biggest rumor that I've ever heard, and I'm so shook by it, and I hope that it's true, and I think that it might be. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Lauren if you're new here, and welcome back to Taylor Swift Tuesday. Man, there has been so much happening in the world of Taylor. I'm so sorry this video is late, but I was trying my hardest to keep up, and that something was gonna happen yesterday, May 13th. I'll touch on that a little bit later, but I'm so excited about today's show. And you guys, rumor mill is so big this show, it's gonna blow your mind. It's just gonna blow your mind. So make sure you watch until the end so I can talk about these crazy things with you. If this is your first time on my channel, hi, I'm Lauren. Make sure you are subscribed. I talk about all things pop culture and of course everything Miss Taylor Swift. I want to give a quick shout out to everyone on my Patreon who's been showing me so much love recently. We are up to 47 patrons, which is absolutely insane. I'm just so thankful for you. Do you want to know what I got? My first Patreon paycheck that I'm so thankful. I got a brand new external hard drive. I know I'm a nerd, but I'm excited, and it's red. Yes, I got the color red, hashtag Taylor Swift, but now all of my Taylor Swift Tuesdays files are going to be safe on this brand new hard drive, and I cannot explain what that means to me. And I want to thank you guys so much for supporting me and this dream of mine. I really feel like I can do this with you all behind me, and I love you very much. I will be doing a Taylor Swift / Lauren Lipman Q&A on my Patreon this Thursday, May 16th, exclusively for anyone on my Patreon. So click the link in my description if you want to be a part of it. All it takes is $5 to join. And I'm just so excited about this community that we're building and that you guys believe in me. It's amazing. And then I wanted to quickly say again, because my parents were in town this past weekend, I did not have time to give you guys a story time Saturday, but you will be getting one this Saturday. It's going to be a story from one of the craziest things I've ever done. I went on this program in college called Semester at Sea. I went to 16 countries around the Atlantic Ocean, and I've got a lot of stories. So make sure you are tuned in for this Saturday. I haven't decided exactly which story I'm gonna be telling you. It might be the time I got slapped in the face by a shark, or it might be the time I almost got robbed in Morocco. I don't know, it's gonna be one of those stories, so make sure you are subscribed with your post notifications turned on so you know as soon as I upload that. And yes, let's get into today's show. Things are really ramping up in the world of Taylor Swift, as you already know. So before I get into the big, meaty part of today's show, I have some fun little stories I want to tell you about. So I am sad to report that the infamous butterfly mural in Nashville has officially been taken down. Artist Kelsey Montague crafted the gorgeous piece on sections of plywood, and those pieces of plywood cannot sustain outdoor weather, so they sadly had to take the mural down. And that's a sad day, let me just tell you, because that mural and that day represented something just so very exciting. Honestly, last night when I was writing the script for today's video, I rewatched my reaction to Taylor Swift's surprise appearance at the mural, and go watch it if you haven't watched it, or just rewatch it because I promise it will make you smile. What a good day that was. I missed a doctor's appointment that day recording that reaction because I woke up in a panic because of all the Taylor Swift news, so yeah, true story. But very quickly, two things about this mural coming down. Chelsea on Twitter said something to me last week that I screenshotted and I lost. So Chelsea, if you're out there, I'm so sorry I can't find the screenshot that I took of your tweet, but you said to me, so since the mural is coming down, you could totally bring it with you on tour, right? That would be so great if we could take pictures with it at the show, which I think is a brilliant idea, Chelsea. I'm all for it. But then also at the same time, imagine the line that you would have to stand in order to get a picture taken at that mural. But I will say that I do hope this mural makes another appearance on the TS7 tour somehow, some way. And then the second thing I want to talk about is how there was another similar mural spotted in Providence, Rhode Island, and it features colorful wings, and you know that this sent Swifties off into a spiral, thinking that this was another Taylor Swift clue that we needed to somehow decode. I wanted to very quickly debunk this rumor and tell you that sadly, no, this does not have anything to do with Taylor Swift. Although I will say that their marketing person knows what they're doing in terms of creating a buzz. This is simply a selfie wall that was created for a community event in Trinity Square, and they even slyly put in the hashtag TS Together on the right-hand corner, but alas, TS Together stands for Trinity Square Together. Very smart, honestly, because even I'm talking about it now. But yep, that is the end of that rumor. And then one of my favorite Twitter accounts at TS Updates NY let us all know that Netflix has officially submitted Taylor Swift's Reputation Tour documentary for Emmy consideration. Wow, that is really cool, I've gotta say. Here is a picture of the bid. Now, I'm not totally sure how all of this works, but it's been submitted for Outstanding Variety Special, Directing, Picture Editing, Makeup, Hairstyling, Lighting Design and Direction, Main Title Design, Sound Mixing, and Technical Direction for Camera Work. That's a total of 9 submissions for the Rep Tour documentary on Netflix. And they even tweeted that Taylor Swift's delicate, ready for it, and look what you made me do outfits are on display at a For Your Consideration Emmy event in LA. That's amazing. I honestly love getting to hear about the people behind the scenes of Taylor's tour getting the recognition that they deserve, because man, no one puts on a concert or a show or a performance like Taylor Swift and her team. Very exciting. I'll be sure to keep you guys updated on that. Now, let's get into the interview and the amazing cover shoot that she just did for Entertainment Weekly, because there's just so much to talk about. She posted on Instagram a shot of her cover and she said, "Thank you so much for a wonderful experience, Entertainment Weekly. I loved getting to shoot with Peggy Sirota and talking with Alex Susskind. Yep, I said it. I did an actual interview with a human journalist. Wanted to rep as many things / people I love on the jacket and more in the interview." Guys, I cannot believe it's finally here. I mean, Taylor Swift is back doing interviews and she's actually sitting down with humans to talk about her life, and she's answering their questions, and whoa, this is the first time in 3 years. I'm just so excited to talk to you guys about this because I know how much this means to all of us and how much this means to her. She's back, she's coming back to us, and we get to just hear from her more, and I'm so excited about that. And I know you guys are too. I mean, she was booked to go on the Ellen show tomorrow, and I just cannot contain my excitement. Okay, but before I get ahead of myself, let's first talk about the Entertainment Weekly cover shoot that she did. And we first need to take a minute to appreciate these incredible photos that she took. Like, wow. I mean, even the outtakes from this cover shoot are just absolutely amazing. I mean, like, where would you take this? What kind of like desert valley was this taken? And look at her with the sunshine in the background. It's kind of giving me Wildest Dreams vibes, to be totally honest with you. But like, I just love this. Even the cute shot of her in the jean jacket and the jeans. She's just rocking the pink hair like she don't care, and I love it. I'm so here for it. She looks amazing. Now, let's get into the things that she talked about, because she spilled a lot of tea. She talked a lot about Game of Thrones, which is hilarious to me, honestly. Now, don't make fun of me. I have personally tried 4 separate times to get into Game of Thrones, and I've made it to the 4th episode of season 1 each time, and I'm so confused. I don't know who this person is and who they're sleeping with and what's going on, and I honestly like need someone to like sit down with me to explain Game of Thrones. But regardless, I recognize that it is one of the biggest things in pop culture going on right now, and I love that it's influenced Taylor Swift and her music. That's wild. She said, "My entire outlook on storytelling has been shaped by Game of Thrones. The ability to foreshadow stories, to meticulously craft cryptic storylines. So I found ways to get more cryptic with information and still be able to share messages with the fans. I aspire to be one millionth of the kind of hint dropper the makers of Game of Thrones have been." And I love that she said that, because it is true. She didn't do any interviews, not a single interview, all throughout Reputation. And the only thing that we had to like connect with her that time was going to her tours and watching her music videos. So I love that she was able to feel like she could get closer to the fans by doing that while she wasn't interviewing, but I'm glad that she's interviewing. Don't ever stop. We also found out that the day that she posted the first palm tree photo on Instagram that started the infamous countdown that we might have been wrong about, but maybe we weren't wrong about, was the day that she finished the album completely, which is just interesting to know. But I do have to say that while she told us this, she did kill our long-standing theory that she actually wrote TS7 years ago, but then scrapped it in order to replace it with Reputation, which is sad because I really like that theory and it actually connected a lot of dots, like from the past, things that we had put together. But oh well, maybe it isn't totally untrue. What do you guys think of that? And you know, just because she finished the album that day doesn't mean that she didn't start writing it or like already have completed songs way back in the day. So maybe the theory can like still see a little bit of life, but I don't know. I would love to know your guys' thoughts on that, because the article also says that as soon as she was done with Reputation Stadium tour, that she went and recorded TS7 and finished recording within 3 months, which is amazing. Props to you, girl. I also really find it interesting that in this article, we also learn that she has had the aesthetic for TS7 planned out since she released the Delicate vertical video on Spotify, which was actually posted a year ago tomorrow, May 15th, 2018. And while that is insane to think about, it does kind of make sense. After a whole entire album and tour of dark and brooding edginess, you'd probably want to start planning out the happy, bubble, pastel-colored album that will come out right after it, right? I wonder though, like, how these albums collided. That's like my questions. Like, did she perform certain shows during the Reputation tour and like go home that night, or like on those weekends when she was traveling from place to place and like write these songs? Those are like the weird questions that I still have in my mind about it. And then something else that I loved in this article, like I said, is that she's a huge pop culture lover, and she talked about it a lot. Like, yes, girl, come on my channel, please and thank you. Let's talk about all things pop culture, all things you, but like anything. I would love that so much. It's nice to know that on her 3-year hiatus, she was keeping up with pop culture. She was following everything. She wasn't as like secluded as we all felt that she was, because, you know, we didn't hear from her for basically 3 years, but she was still keeping tabs on us and our world and the world in general. And then she also talked about the ups and downs of social media that she feels, which is just so relatable. I mean, I struggle with social media on a daily basis, and I know some of you guys out there do too. There are some really amazing and incredible parts of social media that can connect us across continents to people that we would never have met before. But on the other side, it can also create this really negative space of comparison and bullying. And it's just a balance game that can be really, really easy to fall off of. And then she also told us that this album is going to be bigger than any other album she's ever put out, which is so exciting and crazy. Like, the biggest album she's ever put out was her Red album, deluxe version, which had 22 songs. And that's just, oh, let that sink in for a second. We're about to get the biggest album from Taylor Swift that she's ever put out there. More than 22 new songs in the world we get to listen to, that I get to decode. Whew, I'm gonna have my work cut out for me this year, aren't I? But I'm just so excited by that. And then there is an even bigger rumor surrounding the number of tracks on this upcoming TS7 that I'm gonna talk to you about in the rumor mill, and I'm just so excited to talk to you guys about this and get your opinion on this because it is huge. Stay tuned to the end because I need your thoughts. And she did also let slip that we can expect more collabs on this album with old and new people. Yes, you guys, that is such great news. I also believe that because she mentioned the fact that she mentioned Panic at the Disco in her UK interview a few weeks ago was foreshadowing the fact that she had a lead single with Brendan Urie, means that everything she has now said in the past like few months is suspect and could possibly be a clue to the future people that she's gonna be collabing with, including the fact that she mentioned the Dixie Chicks, Drake, she mentioned Sierra before, Lady Gaga. Oh my God, Be Still My Heart. Is the Lady Gaga Taylor Swift collab coming? Because I've been talking about that for like 2 years now. I don't know if you guys remember, but I have. Woo! Now let's chat about these pins on her jacket because they have been causing quite a stir. It's actually very interesting because Taylor Swift has been very, very vocal about Easter eggs and like decoding and like the things that she leaves and hints that she drops. And that's kind of crazy because the Easter eggs that we've all been like on this hunt for a while now has always just been like, well, we all know it. No one else has to believe it, but like we all know it. But the fact that like Taylor Swift is confirming it on a major publication like Entertainment Weekly is pretty wild. So we all now know that the 29 pins on her jacket each represent a different Easter egg. Now, she also said that sometimes Easter eggs may just be like fun little things and they might not have like super huge meaning, but she also said that they might. So obviously we're gonna take this into account and believe that every single thing on there leads to a huge Easter egg. We just never know with that shifty swifty, so let's just go over each one. In this interview on the actual physical magazine, they also included a little Taylor Swift button cheat sheet to kind of talk about what each one means. And then after that, I'm gonna tell you about what I think each one means. So let's get started. The very first one is obviously Selena Gomez. It says one of Taylor's best friends and one of the few people who's heard the new record. This in my mind is definitely pointing at a future collab. Like, how has she not collabed with her best friend just yet? I don't know. But I also want to point out the fact that Selena Gomez has possibly alluded to hearing me over a year ago in Taylor Swift's birthday post. I feel like that's what that means, that it is pointing at a collab. The second pin is obviously to the Dixie Chicks. Swift is a huge fan of the trio. They make interesting music in an unapologetically feminine way. I feel like it has to be like common knowledge now that Taylor Swift has got to be doing some type of collab with the Dixie Chicks. They were featured in the Meme music video. Taylor Swift talked about them in her interview with Elle. It's coming. The third pin is the logo for Cats. Obviously, Taylor Swift is playing Bombalurina in the upcoming movie adaptation of the musical. So very excited for that. Number 4 says calm. Now, a lot of people have had different opinions on what this means. The magazine says, Je suis calm, aka what Swift shouts in the music video for her new single, Me. We all think that this actually has a deeper meaning, like Je suis calm might be a lyric, or calm could be the name of something else that we just don't know about yet. So stay tuned. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about that during the rumor mill. And then the fifth pen is Friends. Obviously, I'm a huge Friends fanatic, so this made me very, very happy that she included the entire cast of Friends on her jacket. It says, Friends is a major staple in Swift's world. Her favorite quote from the show, pivot! It's honestly one of mine too. She says, I take it as career advice to pivot. I like that a lot. Number 6 references Cats, not to be confused with the musical, but how Taylor Swift is a mom to her 3 little cats that she loves so very much. We all know that. Number 7 is a pin of Troye Sivan. Swift is a big admirer of the Australian pop star star, bringing him out to sing My on the Reputation tour. We all know she's a big fan of him. I was actually there that night that she brought out Troye Sivan. That was so amazing. I also think this means that she's pointing at a future collab on this new album with Troye Sivan. And, you know, I was gonna read this during the rumor mill, but I'm just gonna read it right now. Troye Sivan yesterday tweeted out something very curious, and he said, might have something fun to announce V soon, might not, we'll just have to see. Wow, okay. Did you just take a note out of Taylor Swift's like subtlety notebook? Like, I want this to happen so bad. I hope that that's what the announcement is. Maybe that's what the next single is. Another collab. Oh my God, I can't. Hello, really quickly, while editing this video, I might have come up with like a new theory. So the photo that she chose to put on the pin on the jacket of Troye Sivan is a photo of him where he looks really, really young from 2015. Remember how we talked about the word young and how that might be like something like of an album name or a song name or a lyric? What if she's about to release a collab with Troye Sivan called Young? That's why she included a young photo of him as a pin. She could have chosen any photo of Troye to turn into a pin. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Comment below your thoughts. Okay, back to the video. Number 8 references the 2 Grey's Anatomy themed pins on her jacket. I'm a big Grey's Anatomy fan, and it says that Swift's go-to Grey's Anatomy quote is, "So do it. Decide. Is this the life you want to live? Is this the person you want to love? Is this the best you can be?" Ooh, that was good. I actually needed to hear that. Love that quote. Number 9 says track 5. Guys, it is wild to me that she is like outrightly talking about Swiftie fandom theories that we've been talking about for years now. So it says, a nod to the Swifties fan theory that the most emotional song on each of her albums is placed at track 5. We all know about the track 5 theory, that is true, exactly that, and I just think it's so cool that Taylor Swift just like is so involved in our fandom. It's not just like she is here and we are down here, like she's in it too, and I think that's super cool. And then the next pin they talk about is Drake's pin, which is also curiously located right next to the track 5 pin. I wonder if that means something. But it says that the pop star calls Drake one of her favorite lyricists, and she has told us about this before. She loves Drake. I also think she will be collabing with Drake on this album. Wow. That's gonna be epic. I hope that happens like so very badly. The next pin is Faith Hill. It says it's one of Taylor Swift's favorite singers. I mean, is this album just gonna be full of collabs? That's wild to think about. Number 12 talks about the Mr. Rogers pin. It says that she watched Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood every day after school, and they included like a little blurb about Taylor Swift and how much that show meant to her. The 13th one talks about Law & Order Special Victims Unit. We obviously know how much she loves that show. And she also said that the two-tone chime is one of her favorite sounds. You guys, do you not remember the Taylor Swift Tuesdays that I did, that I included this sound because it's one of my favorite sounds too? Are Taylor Swift and I twins? Maybe, I don't know. We both have the exact same favorite obscure sound, so yep, case closed. The 14th pin talks about the color palette, which she began using on Instagram in February, representing a brand new era. All the pastels, yes, we already knew that. And then the 15th one, we kind of already talked about it, is a nod towards Game of Thrones, one of her favorite shows apparently, and how it influenced Reputation, amazing. And then of course the very last pin says Awesome, which is a nod to her lead single, Awesome, and how you just can't spell awesome without me. And of course, I forgot to talk about 2 of the pins on her jacket, so I'm gonna do that very quickly right now. First up is this tombstone pin that says I tried on it. Now, this honestly makes me think of like, I tried to bury the old Taylor, like, and turn her into Niles Schoberg kind of thing, like maybe referencing that. That's kind of what I think she was talking about with this particular tombstone. Like, I tried to keep the old Taylor buried, but she came back. And then the last pin that I missed is obviously the rainbow heart pin, which I think is a nod towards Taylor announcing how she stands with LGBT community. She is an ally of them. She has sent many donations to LGBTQ foundations, and I just think that that is what she was talking about with this rainbow heart pin. But let me know what you think, because I could be wrong about this. Loved this. I loved looking into these pins, but let me know in the comments below what you thought about these pins, if I missed something, because I could have. Hey, I'm human. And then I also love that she did an exclusive video for Entertainment Weekly talking about how much she loves to leave Easter eggs. Sadly, because of copyright, I am not able to include any of that video in my TST, but I will include the link down below so that you guys can go watch it for yourself after you're done with my video, of course. Guys, I just feel like the Swiftie community has just been vindicated recently for all of our crazy antics. This whole 6-minute video is talking about how, yeah, we're right. Every little thing that she likes to do, things in photos, books, set designs, like types of colors that she includes in her sets, all have a meaning, and like people might have looked at us and laughed at us that we were crazy for going this far and digging so deep, but we do it because we know that she does it, and she confirmed it. So pat yourselves on the back, guys. We're not as crazy as others might think we are, because she's been doing this her entire career, back to the days of her leaving us hidden messages in her CD booklets for us to find and decode. Among many other things, she talked about how one of her favorite ways to drop Easter eggs is by the clothes and jewelry she wears. Well, duh, we all kind of figured that out, but it's just, again, it's nice to have it validated. She even showed us photos from her past that included Easter eggs on her clothes, like the ones we see here, butterflies on her heels and her earrings from the Me music video. And then she also references way back to before red was a thing, and she took a photo of her red shoes on a soundboard. So yeah, she's been doing this a very long time. And then of course, she also confirmed that she likes to leave us Easter eggs in the nail polish color that she chooses. This we kind of already guessed, but again, it's nice that she's confirming it. She's like, all right, Swiftie fandom, I see you, I hear you, you're right. And that's just, it's nice. It's a nice feeling. And now, here is something from the Entertainment Weekly exclusive video that she did for them that it's bothering me so much. I can't get it off my mind, and I need your thoughts on this. In this video, she specifically talks about how she likes to put coded messages hidden on the sets of her music videos. Yes, we already knew that, duh, but when she's talking about this, she specifically says the line, maybe a code that has me opening a door could be something significant, and then it flashes to the Ready For It music video, and it just seems like a really random / probably not random thing at all to bring up, and let's talk about this for a second. So obviously the Ready For It music video, full of Easter eggs. I decoded that thing in full if you guys haven't already checked it out. I'm sure you have, but if you haven't, go do that. But when I go back to this music video and I go back to the cyborg bunker that she's in, the things we see immediately in this quick little scene are that she's entering in the code 21, and that on the number pad, the numbers 6 and 5 are switched. And guys, I just have no idea what this could mean. What does 21 and 65 have anything to do with each other? I have added them up. They add up to 14, so it's not that. But I need to know what you think this means. She said specifically the code that I'm entering in, 21. Does that mean that we're getting a new announcement on May 21st? Or something's gonna happen on May 21st? Or the 21st of something? I don't know. Is there gonna be not 21 songs? I don't know what it could mean. I don't know what 21 and 65 mean. So if you guys have any idea what it could mean, let me know in the comments. Tweet me, DM me, I've gotta know. It's driving me crazy. What is she telling us? But here's the craziest thing from this video that I think we've learned is that she said that there are still some Easter eggs from Look What You Made Me Do that we still haven't found yet. I'm sorry, what? Hello? Hi? What do you mean? That's the most wild thing I've ever heard, because I have scoured that video, like, oh, scoured it. Watched it on slow-mo, like I don't know what I could have missed. And there's only one particular thing that I could think of that I will again address at the end of this video. You have to watch because it's wild. And I think that one thing that I'm gonna talk to you guys about is the only thing that could have missed, but maybe it's not. It blows my mind. Let me know what you think about that. Basically, this video that she did with Entertainment Weekly confirms everything that we already pretty much knew, is that she's a crazy organized planner and that she likes to do this for us. And she also talked about the wax seals from the calendar. Okay guys, I just about screamed when midnight hit last night, because yesterday was May 13th and nothing happened, or so we think. Like I said, the reason that this video that you're watching on Tuesday is posted so late is because I didn't even record it till actual Tuesday. It's Tuesday right now because I was so sure we were gonna get a big announcement from Taylor Swift, because she talked about how months and months earlier she knew that she was gonna put a wax seal on April 13th on her calendar, because she knew that she wanted the single Me to be dropped on April 26th, announcing it 13 days earlier, which is April 13th. Now, I know that we all woke up today very upset, not knowing what could have happened, but here's my theory, and I hope I don't get in trouble for saying this if I'm right. I've heard a few rumors, and honestly, these could be lies. They could be lies, I don't know. But I've heard some little rumors that there might have been a secret session yesterday. It might make sense. It could have been at her LA home, because obviously today she's at the Ellen show recording for tomorrow's show. So maybe she had a secret session in LA yesterday on Monday, May 13th, and we just don't know it yet. Clearly that means that I wasn't invited, which is super sad, but that is okay. And honestly, that is what I am holding on to for what I think May 13th means. And am I right? I hope that I am right, and that in the future you come back to this video where I'm saying here that that's what happened, and record me saying this and telling everyone that I was right, but you just couldn't tell anyone that I was right, because what happens in the secret sessions stays in the secret sessions. But I don't know, I could also be wrong, so I hope I'm not. But tell me your thoughts on that, because why would she tell us about the significance of the wax seal on April 13th, fully knowing that there are other wax seals on this calendar? Doesn't make sense, it doesn't add up, because I think I'm right. I hope I'm right. And then also really quickly, I'm gonna have a link in my description to the interview that Joel Little did with Billboard. Joel Little worked with Taylor Swift to produce Me, and he had some really interesting stuff to say about her and just how they got along and the song making process. And he also led us to believe that he might have actually helped her work on some other songs for TS7, so go check out that article. And then, of course, more importantly, Taylor Swift will be appearing on The Ellen Show tomorrow, Wednesday, May 15th, and I just cannot contain my excitement because here's the thing. Ellen and Taylor are friends. They've been friends for a very long time, and I know that when Taylor Swift goes on interviews, radio interviews, her publicists and her teams are like, these are the questions you cannot ask. You cannot ask about Joe, you cannot ask about this, Kanye, you cannot ask about these things, and they will follow those rules because they don't want to upset Taylor Swift. But Ellen is known for crossing the line and asking questions that people might not want to be asked. So I fully believe that Ellen is gonna get that tea that we really, really want. Come on, Ellen, you can do it. I believe in you. And I hope that if she does, that Taylor Swift doesn't get upset and that it's a more playful thing. Obviously, we never want Taylor Swift to feel uncomfortable in an interviewing setting because we're just so happy that she's back and doing it. But I believe that we're gonna get some tea, or she's gonna have some type of like big announcement on Ellen Show. That also could be a thing because The Ellen Show has been counting down each day leading up to Taylor Swift's appearance on her show, and Ellen doesn't normally do that. So I feel like Taylor Swift is like in her head of like, do a countdown, my Swifties would want to see that. Obviously she's listening to her, so maybe she's gonna have some big announcement on The Ellen Show. I have it recorded on my parents' DVR. Thank God for technology. All right, okay, we're here. We're at the rumor mill, and I swear this rumor mill is going to blow your mind. There's just so much to talk about. First, this theory comes in from the Twitter user Oogie2, love that username by the way, and they said, Lauren, the name of the next album is Calm. It's so easy, I can't believe everyone is missing the clue right at the beginning of the video. This album is the calm before the storm of the rep era. Just remember, when I'm right, you heard it from me first. And wow, I gotta say, that's a really good one. I could definitely see that being a possibility. I've sadly kind of given up on my album name theory that it's gonna have something to do with hearts, just because there are so many other better theories out there. But I will say, in my opinion, I could see Calm being the name of a single, or like lyrics, like Je suis calm, or just like I am calm, or like the calmness is like overcome me, or something like that. I see that being like a lyric or a song name, not necessarily the album. That's just my personal beliefs, but I like that. The calm after the storm, because that makes sense. She literally conjured up a storm in the Ready For It music video, so you could be onto something. And then the next tiny little thing that came up recently is that some of you tech-savvy Swifties out there noticed that there's a unicorn in the page source of Entertainment Weekly's interview with Taylor Swift. As funny and random that this little guy is, I'm here to tell you that this is most likely not Taylor related, sorry. Because I actually found a tweet back from June 2018 who first noticed this, so I'm pretty sure they're unrelated because if you go and look at any other article on the Entertainment Weekly website, that unicorn is still there. It's not just Taylor's article. But hey, good find though. Proud of you guys for going the extra mile. All right, now it's time. I've talked about the biggest rumor that is shaking me to my core, that is just getting me so very excited. And this is just the biggest rumor that I've ever heard, and I'm so shook by it, and I hope that it's true, and I think that it might be. A lot, and I mean a lot, of information and rumors and theories supporting these rumors and theories have come out that Taylor Swift's 7th album is about to be a 2-disc double album, which is just insane and so awesome. I get so excited thinking about this. Let me explain why there's such good evidence to support this. Danny on Twitter recently sent me a good theory that I had to share with y'all. 26 has been a reoccurring number now. Also was the release date for Me, and now that there is a big indication of a double album, 26 tracks seems likely, as each half would contain 13 songs. Yes, so much yes to this. I could definitely see that. That's a really good call because also on the cover of Entertainment Weekly, it says, go to page 26 to decode Taylor's pins. And lesson 26 from her Elle article talks about countdowns. So that's a pretty sneaky one. I could definitely see that number being significant here. Probably the biggest part of this rumor that's blowing my mind, and it makes me feel so dumb that I didn't see it before, is if we are correct, and this is a double 2-disc album, what if this album is called You and Me? I could see this. Definitely 100% could see this. So, okay, back to what I was talking about before when Taylor Swift said that we had actually missed some Easter eggs from the Reputation era. A lot of you guys have noticed that in the background of Ready For It, spray painted on the wall, it says You and Me, which is just making my brain hurt if I think about it too much, because if this is true, how long has she had this in the works? At the time, I think I even covered this in my decoding video of Ready For It, we just thought that she she was talking about you and me, like Taylor and Joe, they're just really happy now. Like, it was just like some like romantic reference to her happy relationship. And this is just such a good theory, you guys. So many Swifties on Tumblr and on Twitter have been talking about this. And they've also been pointing out that she's been rocking the colors pink and blue a lot lately, including on her nails, in her hair. It actually makes me really angry that in my decoding of me, I didn't talk about how Taylor Swift has blue hair in the end of the scene. Like, how did I not talk about the fact that she has blue hair? I don't know why I didn't say anything. And some of you guys have pointed out that her exclusive merch that's no longer available, the one that has a square with flowers on it that says awesome with me highlighted in blue, says #1, that maybe this is the album cover for the first disc, and that the second disc will be called You, and it'll say #2 on it. Whoa. Whoa, when you guys saw this, I had to like stop and sit there and just like my jaw was dropped. This is an insane theory that I believe it. I believe it. I really think that this could be a thing. Because then even at one point, Taylor Nation also started a hashtag that was hashtag from me to you on Twitter. And then Taylor Swift herself also holds up 2 peace signs at the end of her video. Two discs. And then of course you guys on Tumblr have been killing it. Here is a long thread that I'm gonna read to you. So to add, 1, me and you would also explain why she kept hinting the story of us. 2, in the meme music video, the ends of her hair turns from pink to blue. Brilliant. 3, she talked about songs being happy and sad, 2 sides of the emotional spectrum. 4, the Elle magazine was a double issue edition. 5, this Entertainment Weekly issue was a double issue special. 6, could also explain why the first single was a duet, 2 narratives / perspectives. Drake's last album was a double album, and we have a Drake pin. And this person also said what I just told you, which is it could explain why there is a #1 on the meme merch, implying that there could also be a #2 merch, You. This is just so wild, so exciting. The idea of a double album makes me so very excited. And I know that with Reputation, she did a magazine. That's how she released her album. I wonder what she's gonna do this time around. I'm so excited. What do you guys think? I have to know your guys' thoughts. Are we getting a double album? I don't know what constitutes like a double album. I don't know like the logistics of that. Like, is there like a cutoff of how many songs you can do on a CD? I don't know. I'm just so excited. This makes me just so very happy. And you guys are so smart. I don't know how you found this. You guys are brilliant. And I just cannot contain my excitement to find out what happens and see her on Ellen. I wish I could do a live reaction to the Ellen show, but she's very strict about copyright, so I can't react to the Ellen show. But you better believe that I will be covering what she talked about on the Ellen show. I'm just so excited. Find out what she says. I bet you there'll be like an announcement. That's definitely my vibe. That's what I think. This week's video shout out goes to my Instagram follower, Olga Smiles. She said that my favorite conspiracy theory is that of Walt Disney being Frozen and then releasing the cartoon Frozen just to change the Google results for the search Frozen Disney. I was shook when I heard by that one. I was shook when I heard that one too. I love a good conspiracy theory. I still want to do something like that on my channel. It has nothing to do with pop culture or lifestyle. I just find them really interesting. Clearly, I like me a good conspiracy, but that's a really funny one. Thank you so much, Olga. If you want to be next week's video shout out, make sure you follow me on all my social media handles. Go to my Instagram and then go comment your favorite blue emoji. I don't know. I couldn't think of anything, so just go comment your favorite blue emoji and you might see your name right up here being next week's video shout out. And I hope that you enjoyed today's Taylor Swift Tuesday. There was so much to talk about. I'm so nervous to edit this. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you guys on my live stream on my Patreon this Thursday. And if I don't see you there, I will see you Saturday for Storytime Saturday. And I love ya. I love you guys so very much. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you leave it a like. Your likes really help me out. They take you 1 second to do, and they genuinely help me out so much. So if you liked it, leave a like and make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.